Hi guys, you welcome to my channel once again. It's Dr. CY here, the running dog, and today I've got with me a very interesting shoe for your viewing pleasure. The New Balance Fresh Foam 1080 V12. The 1080 series has been quite a popular model in the New Balance collection. If we only made one running shoe, that shoe would be the 1080. What makes the 1080 unique isn't just that it's the best running shoe we make. It's also the most versatile. It delivers top-of-the-line performance of the best running shoe we make to every kind of runner. Big words from the New Balance website. So how much of that was delivered during the run test? There's been quite a buzz about these shoes. That's also one of the reasons that has made me also want to try them out. The V12 is the latest version of the popular 1080 series, which has had its share of running shoes market over the years. The 1080 V12 features the New Balance's latest Fresh Foam technology, the Fresh Foam X. Now, the Fresh Foam X promises to provide even more cushioning and better support than the previous versions. This shoe is designed for neutral runners. I got this for 518 Saudi Riyal, approximately $138 US, which is a bargain price because I've followed this shoe for quite a while from several online shops, and the prices have remained consistently above $180 US here in Saudi Arabia. I've had these shoes for about 7 weeks and put in a cumulative of about 71 kilometers in them at various paces and distances. Now, I want to share my experiences running in these shoes. And of course, the goal has always remained the same: to help runners make better choices in their running shoes, to help runners power their runs to the next level. So now let's dive into the review. The one thing that is quite obvious, just looking at it from the side view, is the rocker geometry of these shoes. The technology most running shoe makers are using these days, and it actually does work. The heel to toe drop is 10 millimeters. On feet, these shoes are surprisingly close to the ground. Don't be deceived by the apparent stack height from the side view here. There's quite a deep concavity inside, so where the foot actually sits dips down significantly on the inside. This shoe is on the heavy side of running shoes. It comes in at 326 grams in my size, US 11 or EU 45. If we go to the midsole, we talk about the cushioning and the response. These are well-cushioned shoes. It has real plush feel on the feet. At various paces, heel and mid-foot striking, these shoes delivered excellent cushioning and support. I love them. The shock absorption from the Fresh Foam X was top-notch. The concavity of the insole and midsole cradles the feet in a very nice way, adding to support and giving a very nice feel to these shoes. The response from these shoes are just moderate. They are far from explosive, but yet not really draggy. They are somewhere there in the middle. I was a little disappointed about how little a pop I got from these shoes actually when I hit the road. Maybe because I expected more due to the buzz around these shoes. Compared to similar shoes from other brands like the Nike React Infinity Run Flying 3 or the Adidas Ultra Boost 22 or the Puma Deviate Nitro 2, these shoes fall way behind in terms of energy return. The Fresh Foam X here compressed very nicely to deliver excellent cushioning. However, the rebound from these shoes was not that great at all. The other thing that I like to talk about in my running shoes is the comfort level. This is where these shoes really shine. They are easily one of the most comfortable and supportive shoes out there. There's no hard parts to these shoes at all. The underfoot feel is nice and cushy. The hypo-knit upper is soft and stretchy. The tongue is also soft and nicely padded, all working together to wrap the foot in a very nice embrace. Lots of padding along the collar and heel counter, giving a nice, comfortable feeling around the ankle. There's ample room in the toe box for the toes to really spread out nicely. However, I understand they still have the wide and extra wide specs. These shoes do not need any breaking period at all. They are nice and comfortable at lace-up of the new shoes. However, I reckon they did get slightly better as I ran in these shoes more. The arch support to these shoes is just optimal, keeping the feet nice and relaxed over any distance. Now, the N logo on the side of these shoes are reflective, adding visibility to night runners. I read many reviews, some of them from the New Balance website, that says that these shoes run large. But that has not really been my experience. I got my usual size and they fit nicely. Though it did have very little extra room at the tip of the toes. But that's approximately the same space I also like to have at the tip of my running shoes. So I definitely know that going half a size down, these shoes would have been too snug for me to run in them. So be careful when making selection of these shoes, especially if you are buying it online. For regular feet like myself, I will suggest going through to size. These shoes have a perfect lockdown, both at the midfoot and at the heel. There's some increased padding in the upper part of the heel that creates a concavity lower down where the heel sits in. Together with the fully gusseted tongue and stretchy one-piece upper, they hold the foot in a very nice embrace, giving a sock-like fit to these shoes. I like the lacing system, which evenly spreads the pressure over the midfoot for better comfort. The laces are also soft and securely knots over any distance. These are not the most breathable shoes out there, especially if you are running in hot climates. Running here in the heat of the Middle East, at 10K my feet we are really getting quite warm. I guess they will feel better in the cooler seasons. On durability and traction, the rubber outsole of these shoes is quite thick and looks pretty durable, which is what you need in a daily trainer. Going by New Balance's standards, I expect quite a ton of miles from this outsole. The upper looks quite premium, thick and very durable. Nice grip on the pavement from the outsole of these shoes. However, they weren't so great when I ran into some wet patches, so be careful if you are running in wet areas. But also note that they have another spec which they call the permafrost, which they describe as having even better traction on wet surfaces. So if you run in wet areas frequently, maybe you might look at that option. Although these shoes are designed for neutral runners, they are still very stable on the feet. The shoe has a wide base both in the forefoot and the heel areas, and they are not so high stack. All these contribute to adding very nice stability to these shoes. So in summary, what are the things that I like about these shoes? Of course, the number one is the comfort. These shoes are superbly comfortable. One of the most comfortable shoes you will put on your feet. I also love the looks. If you just look at them, you see these shoes, they really do look amazing. And on feet, they look even better. And also the lockdown of these shoes is near perfect. That sock-like fit is very pleasing. I also love the excellent cushioning at all paces, protecting the knees and ankles from so much stress. And the major negative I have with this shoe is the suboptimal energy return. And when you pair that with the weight of these shoes, if you try to pick up speed, you are really going to struggle. But finally, will I keep these shoes in my running rotations? Of course. On days that I just want to go out there and chalk down the miles, not worried about pace and running comfort, of course, this shoe will definitely come in. But any kind of speed work, you are actually going to struggle. However, I just want you to note that you can get as much or even better cushioning and definitely much better energy return from the New Balance Fuel Cell Rebel V3, and that shoe costs less than half the price of these shoes. However, the 1080 trumps the Rebel in quality, durability, looks, and stability. So guys, that's it about the New Balance Fresh Foam 1080 version 12. I thank you for sticking around to the end. Once again, I urge you, subscribe to the channel, like the video. We continue to make each video better than the previous one. So stick with us, we have better things on the way. So thank you for watching this video. Until the next one, it's goodbye.